What is up, gang? Hope you had a great week. No, you didn't see much of me this week because I took off. I didn't do any videos. I did a short. I did a short on Sunday when I was at the gun range. That was it. But I just decided I was going to take off a week. But I've already got plans for something in the works for Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be another one of my food storage videos. Hopefully it won't kill me. But we'll see. I'm just reviewing foods and stuff. But one of my favorites is vegetable stew. Love vegetable stew. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get there eventually. But let's see who's in the house tonight. All right. My man XNYC OG was the first one in here with us. Glenn Anderson out of the great state of Texas. There's my girl right there, Debbie Jones. I know Rob's right there with her. And this is great to see. Lori is with us. I saw your update. It looks like you're doing better, and I'm so happy. We're continuing to pray for you here. Hopefully we'll see you back on YouTube soon. But if there's anything we can do for you, let me know. You know, all you got to do is let us know. Let's see who else we got down here. Michelle J's representing Tennessee. All right. Want to say hello to the OP Nation. Carrie, there's a new one right there. Carrie out of Granite Falls, Washington.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
Yep.
All right, Carrie. Looks like right now you're the only one here that ain't got a wrench. But you can get one if you come back 2 more times. You got to be here 3 times in a row to get a wrench.
There's somebody down the way that doesn't ever
But,
get to her.
All right, let me get down there and see who else we got. Buzz Runner's in the house. My man right there, just north of me here. Yep, there's Husky Mama. All right, we got to get together and get to the gun range. Me and Short-Lived Saint went to the gun range on Sunday. I hadn't seen him in here yet, I don't think. But that dude has a 9mm AR setup that is awesome. It's off the charts. Don't forget to shout out Brian for tomorrow. That's all right. I'll do that, Brian. What's up, bud? I know you're eating lunch, watching me on a replay. Hopefully you get your friends to gather around and they'll enjoy it. So let's get on and see who else we got here. That woman of yours always takes care of you, buddy. Let's see who else we got down here. There's Raider right there, my man right there. Shalom, brother. Shalom. All right. And my girl Lynn Stalker's with us. There we go. J1's back. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Janet's back with us. Thank you, Janet. Here's one of my other cheerleaders right here, Tammy Joe. There we go. Who else we got down here? Linda Farrow. All 3 of them's here. My girls right there. Thank y'all for being here. Genesis Design. Yes, sir. Shalom, shalom, my friend. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. Rebecca's Happy Homestead. That's a channel you got to go check out. She don't do a lot, but when she posts something, it's usually a short. It's gardening related, but it's always awesome. My man X up there, the first one that was in tonight, you go check his channel out too. He passes along a lot of entertaining videos. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're going to have to entertain them yourself now, Ralph. David T4 is with us. There we go. Yeah. My man right there. There's Rural. All right. I enjoyed your live stream last night. That was really fun. You're at the right place when you see these amazing people. That's right. I got the best bunch on YouTube, buddy. I sure do. I know a lot of them come over there and watch you too. I know that for sure. And Kathy C., the Iowa contingency's in the house. Another cousin.
We got the family playing going on.
Yeah, we got the family playing going on tonight. All right. Who else we got? There's Edith. Yeah. What's the next door neighbor? We're going to talk about next door neighbors here in just a few minutes. It's funny you should mention that. Shopping in Merritt Island, keep your head on a swivel. Yep, absolutely, buddy. What we got here, it's 100 degrees. When I was in town, it's cooled off to 91. Hey, wind chill factor can be a good thing every now and then. Let me see who. There's Diane. She's back with us. There we go. And FNG's back. Yeah.
Betty White.
Thank you for coming in. Elizabeth White is with us. She should have a wrench. I'm gonna make sure she has one next week. Who else we got down here? Man, I got a bunch of folks in the house. There's my man Saint right there. Yeah, yeah. That's the guy that's got that 9mm rig that's off the charts. That's him right there. That thing got some kick to it, buddy. But I enjoyed shooting it. It was a lot of fun. It was. There's Swackhammer. My man wanting to say good evening to everybody. Yeah, yeah. And Susan is with us. There we go. Yeah, remember to pray for Southern. That's right. Pray for her, guys. Yeah, yeah. She has her back surgery. So let's give STP a prayer. She needs all those she can get. But that's the only two I saw that didn't have wrenches was Betty and Carrie. Is that it?
It is.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we got to take care of Betty right off the bat. I'm going to take care of her tomorrow. Always watch the replay to see what you guys' comments are. So I'm going to take care of her tomorrow. I know she's been here before and she deserves a wrench. So I'm going to make sure she gets one. Team members, please help your neighbors out. Yep. Help your neighbors out if they need your help. Absolutely. STP had surgery and she's in recovery mode. Yep. Let's say a prayer for her, guys. We got to. So, let's get on with it. You know, I got some stuff going on here I wanted to talk to you guys about, but later on, we're going to get into, it's funny you mentioned neighbors. I've made some observations about my neighbors I want to point out that you need to make about yours, but we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. I'm sure everybody saw this fella, this UK police commissioner that threatened to come over here and arrest Americans if they post something on Facebook that he don't like or that their government don't like. You know, we all heard that story right there, but there wasn't much of a follow-up on it. But I did follow up on it. I actually took the time to research this guy's email and I sent him this email. So if you're watching on a little screen, I'll go ahead and read it to you just in case. It says, history lesson is what I titled it. It says, I watched your interview with Sky News and just wanted you to send you a couple of reminders. Eat shit, the Orlando Prepper. The two links below, one is to the Declaration of Independence, and the other one is a history article about when General Cornwallis surrendered to the revolutionary forces at Yorktown and America was finally free. But I just wanted to remind him of that. So if he wants to come on over here and take me down, you know where I'm at, buddy. Not that hard to find. You can come get me anytime you want. But I wasn't just going to let it drop like everybody. It was funny. It was funny that he would do something like that. But I thought I would just, you know, remind him of why he don't mean anything to us over here. You know, British opinions politically don't mean anything to the average person. Let me put it that way. So I just wanted to remind him of that. What we got here? Hey, my name is Wallace. Yep, sure is, but you're not Cornwallis. So that's a good thing. But that's one thing that happened this week that I wanted to pop out there and let you folks know. Yeah, he sure does. That man right there's got my 6. That's an absolute fact. But, you know, that little wormy guy thought he could get on TV and talk trash about the United States and, you know, the way we post things on social media. Sorry, dude, your opinion don't mean anything over here. Absolutely nothing. You mean zero when it comes to your political views. To true patriotic Americans, let me put it that way. But we've all also watched all of this mess with, what's his name? Walls, Kamala's number 2 guy that she picked, and the accusation of stolen valor that a lot of people been dropping on him. But they're having kind of a little back and forth, a little pissing contest in House of Representatives. Mike Waltz, he's a Republican from here in Florida. You know, he stood up on the House floor and denounced this guy's stolen valor. But of course, Democratic veterans, Jason Crow for one, a Democrat out of Colorado, that gentleman you see right there, He pretty much says, "Oh, it ain't no big deal." Nah, it ain't nothing. Both of those guys are veterans. But the one that said it was nothing, it wasn't no big deal, that he lied about his military service, he's a veteran. He obviously don't give a shit about his own service or the service of, fellow soldiers, fellow fighting men for the United States. He just sold out to the party for their vice presidential pick. He just sold them out for the vice presidential pick. And that's crazy. If he wants to do that, if he wants to lower himself to that level, he can do that. But he can't say that everybody else should just accept it and go on with it and just act like it's nothing. No, that shouldn't happen. Walls did his time in the National Guard. He did. I think they said he was there for 23 years. That's more than a lot of people, a lot of guys will do. That's more than a lot will do. And I got to give him credit for that. But when it came crunch time to go to war, he's kind of like, nope, I'm out. I quit. But is that a bad thing? I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. The people in his unit said he abandoned the unit when they were going to war, which I can understand that because those guys went to war and he bailed on them. And I understand that. I understand their feelings. But if you got a way to get out of going to war, should you take it? War ain't fun, guys. I know there's a lot of folks that have no idea what war is all about, but it's not fun. And if you get it out, you just have to evaluate that and make that choice yourself. But don't lie about it. Okay? Don't lie about it down the road somewhere. Don't tell people you went to war if you didn't go to war. It's that simple. But that's just been one problem after another. But even the Harris campaign, had to turn the story around on their webpage. Even they thought it was a concern, but one of the reporters or commentators over at public service radio said, no, NPR said, no, it's not a big deal. There's nothing there to worry about. There's no reason for anybody to get upset about it. But even the Harris campaign said, yeah, there was a problem here. But that just shows you how the media is trying to cover for these people already. It's ridiculous. The media coverage on these things, media straight up, Democratic Party wing, straight up, with a few exceptions. But, I mean, did you notice the way when Donald Trump said that he was going to stop income tax on tips? Did you see how they reported that? Right here. This is what it says. He vowed to cut those taxes. It's going to cost the federal government $250 billion. It's going to cost them money. They thought that was just terrible. But then when Kamala ripped off the idea, this is what they said. She rolled out a new policy. This was 2 months after Trump said it. Saying it's going to fight to end the taxes on service hospitality workers, like it was a great thing. And not only did she steal the idea and the media run cover for her, Newsweek published an article that said Republicans were backing Kamala's proposed policy on cutting taxes on tips, like it was Kamala's idea. They ran this article like it was Kamala's idea, and the Republicans are supporting her on it. This is what you got to look forward to for the next 3 months, 4 months. How long is it till the election? 3 months. They're going to run cover for Kamala, the anointed one. She didn't get one vote to be the Democratic nominee. And I'm hoping that somewhere, somehow, next week when they have their convention, somebody will stand up and say, no, this isn't right. I'm putting my name in the hat. But I don't think they can legally. But there's got to be one patriot in that party somewhere. One. There's got to be one. But I could be wrong. They might just all be good little Nazis marching in line and doing like the party told them, just like the media is doing. But I hope not. I'd like to see somebody stir the pot, jump up. That's like me right now. See that up there, over there? See that? That means I will not get paid for anybody watching this video. Well, I don't give a damn. You know what? I get 100, 130, 140 views on these live streams. I'm going to make maybe a nickel off of that. Well, they can keep their damn nickel. They don't like guns being in these videos. You know, keep your nickel. I don't care. I don't need it. If you're that damn chintzy and that much of a communist because you don't want somebody to see a gun, it's actually an air gun. It's not even a firearm. Keep your nickel. It's that simple. But that's what's happening with social media, the corporate media, all across this country. They're doing everything they can to destroy this country. And we've got to stand up to it. It's that simple. But did you notice that, you know, the way the stock market's going up and down for the last week and a half? The price of gold and silver and precious metals and the dollar itself. Let me see where the dollar is right now. I know it was trading at 105.30 in the middle of the last week. Where is it at now? It's at 103.03, 103.3. So it's dropped over $2 in the last week. The dollar's getting weaker, and you can tell. Here's some of the headlines. That's what we've seen over the past week. Countries all around the world are ditching the dollar. And every time one does, that makes the dollar weaker. But they're telling you right now, our economy is great. It's pumping. People are making money in the stock market. Yes, they are. Right here in this household, made money in the stock market. Also lost money in the stock market. Up and down like a roller coaster. That's an unstable market. And every time one of these countries overseas jumps off that dollar, then that makes it weaker. Ooh, I got a frog in my throat. Ooh, excuse me, guys. But you got to keep your eyes on what's going on. Don't listen to what the media is telling you. Get out and find your own information. I don't care what source it is, conservative or liberal. Get out and find your own information. Like me, when I found those headlines, you got to question what they tell you. It's that simple. Question it. Don't ever just take their word for it. That don't mean, you, like this right here says, you're not anti anything. You're not a conspiracy theorist. That just means you want to know the truth. You want to get out and find it on your own. Don't take anybody's word for it. And right now, if you look around at what's happening politically in this country, one side is trying to set us on a path of absolute destruction. The other team acts like they're trying to stop it. But if you look at them, really what they're doing, I think they're both on the same team. They're called rhinos for a reason, because it's all smoke and mirrors. There's a few patriots still left up there, but not enough to make a difference. And I can tell you right now, electing one person is not going to stop what's coming, because the ball's already rolling. You're not going to stop it until it hits a wall, and that's not going to be pretty. Now, we've got a couple of events coming up in the coming weeks. It's going to make a big difference. And one of them is September 18th. You guys know what's going to happen on September 18th? Donald Trump is going to be sentenced in New York on his felony counts. That could really get ugly, guys, because that just might be the tipping point. A lot of folks don't know that um, the state of New York and the Secret Service have already made arrangements for Rikers Island to house the former president of the United States. It's already been arranged. Plans have already been made. Things are in the works. But we will see what happens on that day. All smoke and mirrors. That's right. Come to Seattle and live summer of love. Yeah. I think I'd rather stay away from Seattle. But they've already made those arrangements. So we'll see what happens. The 19th might not be a pretty day. September 19th. Now, they make jokes about people, these militia groups being up in the hills and just waiting for a reason to, stir things up. That might be the day. You never know. I mean, I know here in the South, we got people here that we don't even let out of the house unless it's wartime. You don't want them people in the streets. So it could get nasty. So everybody's looking at the election and they're saying that's the day when everything could go bad. No, it could go bad way before then.
It needs to wait until the election, so I'm back home.
You need to remember what court he's in, how they framed him from the start, how this judge made every legal ruling against Donald Trump, how they trumped up the charges from a misdemeanor to a felony in the first place. Never should have been there. But they did that for a reason. Ooh, excuse me, guys. So if he does get sentenced to prison on that day, could be bad. It could be bad.
Don't you think more people will go out and vote for him?
Oh yeah, I think if he does get jailed, he will absolutely. Well, I don't know. I don't think they can stir up enough votes to overcome what the Democrats already have ready to go. Let me put it that way. Well, I'm going to say that in a safe way. So this won't get restricted. It's going to be restricted enough already with the air guns in the background. But I don't want them to shut me off. But I don't think there's any way. I've said it here before. I'll say it till election day, and I hope they prove me wrong. There's no way Donald Trump's going to win this election. They cannot let him do that because it screws up the World Economic Forum's plans, which the Democratic Party is all on board with. That's why they've chose the anointed one, who is just an idiot, a cackling idiot, to be their nominee for president. They didn't do all of what that they did before in 2020. They didn't pull all the strings that they pulled then and all the shady stuff they did then to get into power, just to let average people like you and me kick them out of power 4 years later. They've got a plan, guys. They've got a plan and they're going to pull it off. You need to get ready. That's what we're here to talk about. That's the main topic tonight. You see how they're fixing everything. They're all of the policies are going that way. The way they are setting up the election. Even Fox News has Donald Trump up by 1 percentage point nationwide, but we don't have nationwide elections, so that don't matter. When you hear those nationwide polls, pay no attention to them. We don't have nationwide elections. We have separate state elections. And candidates have to win those states to win that presidency. So just, keep your eyes on what's happening. Are you out, JS? I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for dropping in. Just watch what's coming and get ready for it. Like I said, September 18th is going to be the key. Watch what happens then and prepare appropriately. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Well, I've got a bad frog in my throat. We know what can happen. We know what might happen. Social Security hack may get ugly. Yep. In case you guys didn't know, every Social Security number in the United States was hacked yesterday. They don't know who hacked it, the Social Security Administration, but they have everybody's number, everybody's information. it could really cause a problem in the future. You're absolutely right. And thank you for being here, Quantum. Appreciate it. But right now, I think the biggest problem we need to concentrate on, like I said, is September 18th. Since New York and the Secret Service have made arrangements to imprison Donald Trump already, you can probably look for that to happen. And when it does, it's not going to be pretty. A lot of people are going to take it the wrong way. I got to be careful what I say here. Really got to be careful. I think you guys know which side of that topic I land on without me having to tell you. But that freedom practice that I preached about on Sunday, it might come in handy. It looks like it. I never thought it would happen. I really never thought it would happen. I didn't in this country, but it looks like it might. So I hope you guys are ready. But that's all I can tell you about what's coming. Vote Ross Perot. Actually, I did vote for Ross Perot. A lot of people don't know who that is. But I did vote for Ross Perot. He won me over when they were having the debate and George Bush was talking about, where his money come from. And Ross Perot pulled his wallet out and threw it up on the podium. And he said, my money comes from right there. I said, that's my guy.
Short-lived said he did too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, so did Janet. And Diane.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
A lot of us voted for him. He was the man.
Like minds think alike.
That would be kind of like, I guess, Elon Musk running now. No, Elon Musk can't run.
He's not an
No,
American citizen.
No, he was born in South Africa. He's South African. He is a United States citizen, but he was born in South Africa. I vote for Trump. I have to write him in. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I think they finally got that straightened out. Thanks for being here, Barry. I appreciate it, bud. They finally got that straightened out. He is on the ballot in all of the states and territories of the United States. Thank goodness. There's another new one. All right. Divinely Blessed Design. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. You guys obviously came over from my man Rural's site, and I appreciate it. Rural's on the ball. I like to think I'm on the ball. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. But one thing we do here that a lot of channels don't do is I like to give stuff away. And I'm going to tell you right now, I used a phrase. I mentioned a food right at the start of this 30-minute video. If you were here, you saw it. And if you know what it is, I want you to type that into the comments right now, because I'm going to give away a prize. I like to give away stuff here. I'm not going to tell you what it is now. You should have been here when we started. But if you remember that food that I mentioned, type it in there.
There you go, Kathy.
She ain't won yet. Nope. Just type it in there. If you remember it, type it in there. Everybody that remembers it, type it in the comments. Type it out all the way, Texas Raider. Type it out all the way. There we go. All right.
Scruffy Scrubs feeding the dog.
There we go. There we go. Type it in there. I'm going to give you another minute, guys, and then we're going to give away. Guess what we're going to give away? We're going to give away some freeze-dried vegetable stew. There we go. I'm going to give you another minute. If you want to get into this contest, do it. All right.
Steak.
Steak? No. Well, that last night or night before? That was night before. We had steak the night before. Yeah. All right. We're going to give away a can of vegetable stew. And, all right, I want you to stop right now. Let me go over to the screen share and let's get it up here. All righty then. We're going to put that up here. And now we're going to start this and let's see what we get. We got 14 people in. And here we go.
Get out.
And the winner is
Oh my God, that's cool.
Short-Lived Saint. You're the winner, buddy.
I didn't know you did that.
All right. You are the winner, sir. I can either send it to you or bring it to you. You let me know what you want to do. You have my email address. And I'm going to get you a number 10 can of vegetable stew. I think I got a picture of it here. Let me see here. I know I'm going to have to, let me see. I think I got it in here. Documents. Here we go. There it is. Yeah. Hope it didn't bring it up. All right. Well, it's there. Believe me. I'm gonna send it to you, or like I said, I can give it to you, whichever you want me to do. Where'd that go? There it is, right there. Yeah, it's coming in. This thing's having trouble processing it. Right here. There we go. I'm gonna send that to you. Shoot me an email. If you don't have my email address, I'm sure you do. Or I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have my contact information on a cell phone for a text message. So you can send it to me either way. Send me your address, and I'm going to send that directly to you from Amazon. Augustin Farms Vegetable Stew. Good stuff. They make some good stuff. They are the vegetable people. You know, if you want meat or something like that, you need to go somewhere else, like Mountain House or somewhere like that. And they will, you'll get better meat from Mountain House. Let me put it that way. But when it comes to vegetables, Augustin Farms is probably the best. And that stew, we've got several cans of that stew. So I'm going to send you one. Just shoot me that information where I can get it directly to you. What did Rural say here? I was thinking to say, all right, somebody, they obviously having a conversation there. I don't need to get in on, so let me get that out of there.
Oh, hey. J1 said they all need to go to Short's house for supper.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what he was
Open invitation right there. All right. I think it's got 15 servings in the can, so 14 of you can show up at his house. Let me do that. But guys, I'm telling you, all right, let me get back to business here. Watch September 18th. Keep your eyes on that. And if it goes the way that it shouldn't go, be ready for it. Be ready for it, guys. Because that could be the tipping point. You know, like I said, I never thought we would get to this point in our republic. I never did. But we are here. And with that going on, and with the Democrats just basically shutting out everybody they didn't want to be on the ticket, I think they've chosen their candidate. They've chosen the next president. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to get ugly from here on, from right now forward. It's going to get ugly. So get ready for it. You need to get ready for it. I've been telling you for 2 years now. What, 2 years, 2.5 years? Get ready for it. And there's plenty of other people out there telling you that. And I know it's easy to look back and say, okay, yeah, you've been telling us for 2 years this is going to happen, and it never has. Well, it's happening right now. It's happening.
You never talked about the neighbors.
Oh, I didn't, did I?
No.
No, I didn't talk about the neighbors. Oh, Lordy, I was telling you I'm going to talk about the neighbors.
Mouth has been running everything but.
So I got to do that. Yeah, I got off on a rant.
You did.
I was actually making me some coffee the other morning, and I was looking out my front window there, and I have a couple of neighbors that every morning they go out and they get coffee. Timing is just like clockwork. I mean, I guess all three of us are on the same clock. But while I'm making mine, I'm looking out the front window. I see this neighbor across the street. They go out and get some coffee. Neighbor next door goes out and gets some coffee. And you know, people like that have no preps in their home whatsoever. If they do, it would surprise me. Those are the people that's going to be part of your problem when all of this stuff goes down. Because they're not going to have anything in the house. maybe their little pantry there's got, 2 or 3 days worth of food in it. But if they don't even have coffee in the house, which they consume every day, that's something they consume every day, and they don't have that, what do you think their food situation is going to be if the food's not available? And one neighbor here, they probably order out for dinner, what, 3 times a week?
At least.
Yeah. So I know they don't even have food in the house. Watch your neighbors, guys. I know right now Americans aren't very neighborly. It's just not like it was when I was growing up. We knew everybody in the neighborhood, everybody on our block, people, 2 or 3 blocks over, everybody in the neighborhood. It's not that way anymore. Start watching your neighbors, guys. You'll be able to tell what kind of people they are. We got one here that you never see them. They never go out for anything. They never order anything in. They're set. They're probably doing pretty good because they don't really need anything to be brought in, much less morning coffee every day. Watch your neighbors. I mean, I live in an area that's pretty much socialist, straight up communist. We live in a very liberal area here, and we are one of the few that I think is ready and going to be ready in case when things go bad. But it's good to know what's around you, what kind of people are around you, because they're going to be the ones knocking on your door. They're out of food. If it gets so bad the water's not working, you got any water? I actually put that in the book I'm writing right now. You got to get ready to handle those people. You got to know who they are. Watch them, guys. Watch your neighbors. We got any comments over here? What we got right here?
Yeah, Diane says her neighbors watch her like a hawk. She hides stuff when she brings it
They
in the
have
house.
2 or 3 days of food max. That's right. That's what most people have right there. You're right, Devon. That's what most people have, 2 or 3 days at most. If your neighbors are watching you, they should be like me. Excuse me. You should be like me. They should be like, I ain't going over to mess with that guy. So, we got here. My neighbors are all bumper like kids. But right now is the time to start doing this. If you hadn't done it before, start doing it now. Just start watching. Was it situational awareness? We practice that in self-defense. You need to practice it in your preparedness. It can only be a benefit to you guys. It really can. So let me get out of here. I've already run over that 30 minutes of your life you've shared with me, and I appreciate it very much. Appreciate every one of you being here. I love you all. Got any questions or comments that you don't post down in the comments below, you can shoot me an email right there at the bottom of the screen.